this semi-detached house in Derby, I give you a step-by-step guide.
Get the curb dropped to provide off-street parking.
3 miles southeast of Derby city centre is the town of Ulverston, and along with all the shopping and local amenities you'd expect in a small town, there's also a rather picturesque park.
Well, 2 miles from the town centre and about half a mile from the park is the property I'm here to see in this nice residential street. It's a 3-bedroom semi-detached. Ideal home, I would say. Guide price at £58,000. This is it. Let's have a look.
All quite tidy and neat on the outside, and the windows look in good order too.
So what's on offer? Well, I'll tell you what, first thing, that's nice. A Minton floor. This flagstone floor, absolutely lovely. Interesting layout too. The stairs sort of off to the side of a fairly wide entrance hall, and we quite like that, actually. Strange glass thing there. I'd definitely wanted to replace whatever glass that is with safety glass. Understairs, God, you must expect an old telephone box to be in there. Very strange indeed. But anyway, bay-fronted window there. All in all, looking a bit tired and dated. You've got the polystyrene ceiling tiles. You've got very out-of-date things like gas fires, which obviously all need to be definitely replaced. But walking this way, interesting layout, a bit like that thing under the stairs, which you don't see very often. I wouldn't have expected to see this, which is the bathroom and loo, the only one in the property, here in this little corridor. It's downstairs, and that can be convenient for certain people, I suppose. Most people like to have it upstairs near the bedrooms, though, so you probably want to move that. The pink and black tiles, well, wow. They are another thing. The kitchen itself, again, very tired, very dated, in need of total refurbishment. Before I started that, though, I'd think a bit more seriously about the whole layout downstairs, and that wall, as far as I'm concerned, has got to go. Extend into the bathroom there, make this a really nice kitchen sort of living area. Keep the front room there, move the bathroom upstairs, if there's space, and I don't know yet, but try and find space, and then I think you've got the makings of a really nice house.
It does need some thought down here. The footprint isn't massive, but I still think creating a kitchen diner, along with upgrading and modernising the lounge, would improve things significantly.
Let's take a look upstairs and see if it gives us the scope to do the things that I would like. Basically, move the bathroom up here. What have we got? Front bedroom, half decent size. Middle-sized bedroom, well, sort of bathroom size, so that's good, but you don't necessarily want to lose a bedroom if you can help it, because that definitely would potentially bring down the price of the property. Now, this is good. This is the rear bedroom, and it's actually a big size. So I wonder if by playing around with some of these walls, knocking a few down, playing around with the configuration, you could actually retain the 3 bedrooms and get a bathroom up here without planning it out on a bit of graph paper. Gut feeling is, yes, you could. Good news.
But this is a street of 3-bedroom houses, and a 2-bed house would stand out, but not in a good way. So sharpen your pencil, take your tape measure out, and make this upstairs area work.
Anything is possible. Yes, anything is possible.
The other possible option would be an extension. Certainly there's enough room at the back, but I'm not sure this house really warrants that, and it would extend the renovation time. But I think I found a possible change outside, which could add some quick value to the house.
Well, at the front of the property, a bit of a hard standing area, which is crying out, I think, for being turned, like a lot of the other houses have, into somewhere where you can park. Now, to do that, what you're going to have to do is, A, get rid of that wall, that's the easy bit. B, get rid of this curb. Now, this is a classic way you can add value to a property really easily. Get the curb dropped to provide off-street parking. But you can't just nip down to your local DIY store and pick up some curbstones which are lower. You have to get planning permission from the council. They have to then appoint an approved contractor who does the work. It's obviously going to cost you, set aside maybe £1,000 in total, but you know what? It's going to easily add that value and more to the house.
To give it that lowered curb appeal.
You say access user friendly.
So all in all, room for improvement, but the bare bones are here to make this a decent family home. What does a local estate agent think?
The house is a pretty attractive 1920s semi. Layout-wise, the bathroom downstairs is not ideal. I think some space could be taken from a couple of bedrooms upstairs to bring it onto the first floor, that then would allow the current bathroom to be incorporated into the kitchen to give a nice modern dining kitchen area.
There's certainly quite a lot of work to do here, so could the £58,000 guide price offer much return?
After a full renovation, with the property being three-bedroomed, it's likely to be up to £130,000. Above that, it may well struggle.
So, a popular style of property in a popular residential part of a popular part of the country. Well, you can't go far wrong, can you? Anything like the guide price, great one to go for. Let's see who agreed when it went under the hammer.
A three-bedroom, semi-detached property situated within walking distance of a full range of amenities. Who's got 55 to put it into the bidding? He has, thank you. 55 is bid, 56, 57, 58, 58, 59, 60,000, 60,000 seated, 61, 62, 63, 64.
Well, there was a real battle for the house and we rejoined the bidding with the lot at 85,000.
85, 86, 87, 88. Shakes her head at £88,000. Your bid, madam, at £88,000. 89 I'm looking for. 89 is bid, thank you. 90,000. 90,000, thank you. 91, sir. 90 and a half. 90 and a half. 91. 91 and a half. 92. Shakes her head at 91,500 for the first time. At 91,500 for the second time. It's with you, sir. At 91,500 it goes. For the third and final time, the hammer's up. Sold. It's yours, sir. 91,500.
So the hammer fell at £91,500 and the successful bidder was Paul, who bought it as a joint project with business partner Richard. They've been on the show before when they did up this house in Ilkeston. So I wondered what their plans for this one were.
Richard, Paul, great to meet you. In fact, great to meet you again. I think you've been on the show before with Lucy.
We were, yes.
A couple of years back now, I think.
It was, yeah.
Obviously not too frightening experience, you come
No.
back. So tell me why you wanted to buy this particular house.
For us, it's estate. We like them when they need to be completely stripped back and then rebuilt, because we end up with a product that's brand new, fresh, everything's spanking in it, and that's how we like to do it.
Right. So you're both builders or property renovators?
Well, builders, really. I mean, we do 90% of the work on the place. The electrics, we get an electrician, the plumbing. That's about it, but well, 90% of it we do.
Plastering? Do you plastering?
Yeah, with
Yes,
plastering
yeah,
as well, yeah. Now, I've been in the trade for 30 years, so I learnt off my father.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
So clearly not short of building experience. And Paul and Richard have worked together for the last 9 to 10 years, doing up and renovating several properties during that time.
So tell me exactly what you're going to do to sort this place out.
Right, well, first, hopefully, we're going to get the bathroom upstairs. That's one priority.
How will you do that without losing a bedroom?
What we do off the back bedroom, it's quite a large bedroom, and then you've got the smaller one in the middle. We're going to move them around and get the bathroom up there. The bedrooms will be smaller,
Right.
but we'll still get a
still got
bathroom up there and keep the three bedrooms.
The walls themselves aren't load bearing, so it should be relatively simple just to move them around.
And then downstairs?
Downstairs, we're hoping to take that wall out there. We're
So the
going to keep a downstairs toilet.
Okay.
Yeah, and just hoping to take that wall out there, move it
The
further
wall
along,
between
so
the
we've got
kitchen
the
and
kitchen
bathroom.
diner.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What about the front?
Yes, we're going to take the front wall down and get off-road parking.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the idea.
So what is the budget then?
I think we're good. It's good around the £20,000
Okay.
mark, we think.
Is that factoring in your time and effort, or is that just materials?
That at the end will be just the materials and the little bit of labour we're going to have to get regarding getting the electrician in and the plumber.
Okay.
So our wage, or so-called wage, will come in the profit at the end.
They hope to get that profit in 3 months' time, when the project should be completed. And if they stick to that 18 to 25 grand budget, then they will have committed about £111,000 to this house in total. Just how much of a paycheck are they expecting from it then?
A 3-bedroom semi area is probably worth about 115 to 120, but we think we'll be able to get a little bit above what the average is.
It's not going to make you hundreds of thousands then, just enough to tick everything along and move on to the next one.
Yes, we'll probably be in probably about a month or 2 months into this project. We'll be picking another one up, and
Okay.
we'll probably try and work on two at the same time and
Bringing the money in that way. Yeah.
and cross them over. Yes,
Okay.
yeah. We shan't be blind a Ferrari on this. That's for sure.
Do you still get excited about this kind of thing?
Oh yeah, we love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah.
We're sort of, when you're your own boss, you sort of start when you want, finish when you want. But on this particular property, we're going to have to put the hours in because we've probably paid a little bit more than what we would have liked to have done, wouldn't we? So we're going to have to get the hours in and get this done quicker than what we would have done otherwise.
Right. Well, listen, good luck with it. I look forward to seeing how you get on.
OK, cheers, thank you
very much.
Thank you.
Well, Richard and Paul are certainly seasoned property developers, but I think even they'd admit they've possibly paid a little bit too much for this place. And once they factor in the renovation costs, even with them doing the work, I'm a bit concerned it's very close to not making a profit for them. How will they get on? You can find out later in the show.
We're heading back to Derby now, where I saw a 3-bed semi-detached house that was not only dated, but it also needed a fair bit of reconfiguration. The only bathroom was downstairs next to the kitchen, so I was wondering if you could fit one in upstairs.
This is the rear bedroom, and it's actually a big size. So I wonder if by playing around with some of these walls, knocking a few down, playing around with the configuration, you could actually retain the 3 bedrooms and get a bathroom up here without planning it out on a bit of graph paper. Gut feeling is, yes, you could.
And experienced builders Paul and Richard agree with me. They paid £91,500 for this house and planned on squeezing a bathroom up here. They also wanted to make the kitchen bigger and add off-street parking to the front, so they had a lot to be getting on with. They've done many projects like this over the years, but it hasn't dampened their enthusiasm at all.
Do you still get excited about this kind of thing?
Oh yeah, we love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah.
When you're your own boss, you sort of start when you want, finish when you want. But on this particular property, we're going to have to put the hours in because we've probably paid a little bit more than what we would have liked to. We shan't be buying a Ferrari on this, that's for sure.
They had a budget of 20 grand and hoped to get the work done in 3 months. But they had to juggle work on this house with other building jobs they had on, which is why we're back 11 months later to see how they got on. Well, there are big changes outside as there's now parking thanks to the dropped curb. Inside wasn't just taken back to brick. Some were removed as 2 chimney breasts were taken out to create more space. And do you recall this?
Strange glass thing there. I definitely wanted to replace whatever glass that is with safety glass.
Well, it's gone, which does add some space. But sadly, the Minton floor has been covered for a more neutral look. Though there is nothing disappointing in the new kitchen. Moving the wall back means this larger kitchen works so much better, and there is now added cupboard space and work surfaces. However, the bigger kitchen was created in the space where the old bathroom was. There's still a downstairs toilet, but that means there was only one place the new bathroom was going. Yes, you guessed it. So, how did Richard manage to squeeze this in?
So here's the new bathroom, and what we had to do to create the new bathroom is basically find some space. And how did we do that? Well, what we did, the back bedroom made slightly smaller, and this bedroom made slightly smaller, moved them over, so creating enough space to get the bathroom in. And I think it's turned out pretty well. Quite happy with it.
It's easy when you know how, eh? Richard and Paul are both experienced builders, and although they did 90% of the work in the house themselves, they did, of course, get all the electrics and gas works done by professionals. And there was one job that I'm sure Richard wished someone else could have done.
The actual bay window itself is cast in concrete, and so that created Richard a little bit of problems.
Yes.
He had to do all the once it was stripped down just to concrete. We had new windows put in, but then it was down to Richard to cut all the very small pieces of plasterboard.
Curve them round the window.
Yeah, and then of course we've got it's a curved room as well, so the skirting board had to be curved and the plasterboard had to be curved. So it was a bit of
Yeah, I was pulling me in.
Well, it was fun for Richard.
Yeah. 2 or 3 days on
There was
that.
some swearing going on.
Not in this show, Richard. It's family friendly. To make the house more suitable for a family and add off-street parking, they've had to go through the council to drop the curb, which cost £1,600, which was a bit more than they expected. Has it meant that they have gone over their £18,000 to £20,000 budget?
I think we're just over the £19,000 mark. We weren't expecting the big bill for the drop curb. So, yeah, that pushed the price up a little bit.
Yeah, slightly upgrading the kitchen as well. That's added the price. But, you know, in the end, it'll be what it'll be. It works out when it goes with the sale because we tend to sell them quicker because of the decent finish that we put forward.
Well, let's see if going for that higher-end finish will impress 2 local estate agents. We've asked them along to give their thoughts on the house. First, let's hear from the agent who saw it last time.
I'm pleased to see the property again after my initial visit. The owners have carried out a comprehensive scheme of works, and to be fair, they've taken it to a really good standard.
This is the first time I've been inside this property and I'm impressed with the quality of the finish, particularly with the kitchen and the bathroom, as they're always key rooms. I think they've done a really good job with the layout. With these properties only having one real reception room, a decent-sized dining kitchen is very important. And to move the bathroom upstairs and still keep 3 bedrooms has been done really well.
Estate agents always talk about curb appeal, but has the dropped curb, which cost £1,600, been worth the money?
Dropping the curb and allowing some car parking there really opens up the market. It would have been a problem without, and a real limitation for sale.
Bearing in mind they've invested £110,500 in this house, what kind of sales figure could they expect?
In terms of sale, the question is how much can you reasonably ask and get people in through the front door? Because it just gets better and better as you look at it. I'd expect something in the region of 130 to 135,000.
I would expect this property to achieve anywhere in the region of £140,000 on the open market.
The higher, we was thinking around the 140 mark, possibly a little bit more. So that's about spot on, that one. The 130 and 135, I think that's a little bit low, if I'm honest.
Well, when was at auction, we were expecting to make a sale of around 130, but the house prices have crept up in this area. So I think 140 is more realistic now.
The top £140,000 figure means they would be £500 shy of a £30,000 profit before taxes and fees. Now the project is a success and finally complete a year after Richard and Paul purchased it, they must be pleased as punch.
There's a lot of job satisfaction. It was a bit of a mess when we first bought it, and it's looking a lot better now. So, yeah, we've enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely.